Okay, so we're back, we're moving right along. Things that you should commit to memory. Cosine x plus y is cosine x times cosine y minus sine x sine y. Cosine x minus y is cosine x cosine y plus sine x sine y. Sine x plus y is sine x cosine y plus sine y cosine x. And I'm even bored, but you just got to memorize these. This is why I keep putting these up. Sine x minus y is equal to sine x cosine y minus sine y cosine x. Other things that you need to have in mind. Sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. Tangent squared x plus 1 equals secant squared x, and cotangent squared x plus 1 equals cosecant squared x. We need to talk about half angle formulas today. Suppose that you know that the cosine of 60 degrees, which is cosine of pi over 3, is 1/2, right? I hope that you know that anyway. That's one of those things you should probably know. What's the cosine of 30 degrees, which is the cosine of 60 divided by 2? And if you're wondering why I'm going in degrees and radians, I think backwards and forwards in them. I mean, to me, it's easier to think in terms of radians or degrees for like easy ones, 30, 60, 90, 45. You should be fluent in both of them, really. So here's a question. You know, if we have some information, what can we figure out? In general, we need a formula for these half angle formulas. And let's see if we can figure out anything about it. Let's see about this. So we're looking for cosine of x divided by 2. Well, so cosine of x is equal to cosine x divided by 2 plus x divided by 2. Let's just see what we can use with our formulas to get some stuff here. Let's just see if anything comes up. So this, by our formula, is going to be cosine x over 2 squared minus sine x over 2 squared. Remember, so x over 2, this is going to be cosine x over 2 times cosine x over 2. That's where the square comes in. So we have this. So cosine x is equal to cosine squared x over 2 minus sine squared x over 2. Does this give us anything that's going to be helpful? Well, I wanted to figure out what cosine x over 2, so how about we add sine to both sides? So it is the case then that cosine squared x over 2 is equal to cosine x plus sine squared x over 2. I can take the square root of both sides here, and I end up with, after taking the square root, we could have a plus or minus here too. And now the question is, does this really help me very much? Maybe we would want to try and deal with this as well. But this is where you're going to be working with for a while, feeling around for some things. So what I want to do is write down some more formulas, and then we'll see how we can derive them. And so these are identities that show up often enough that you definitely want to commit these to memory. This is 1 plus cosine x over 2, I think. I better check. And the plus and minus. No, this one's minus. I'll show you why in a second. And I have to check every time, either by deriving it directly or looking. These, you really got to memorize. These show up enough so that they probably will get in your memory, especially in calculus, plus or minus. 1 plus cosine x over 2. Let's prove that this is true, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this right here. First, let's just figure out what this is without the square root. 1 minus cosine x over 2. We can write cosine x as cosine x over 2 plus x over 2, right? Using this formula, this becomes 1 minus cosine squared x over 2, but there's a parentheses in front of this minus, right? Because this is going to spread out. Minus sine squared x over 2, and this is divided by 2, right, so far. And I guess I'm going to have to erase this to move over with it. Okay, so now what do I have? I'm going to distribute this negative sign, so this is 1 minus cosine squared x over 2 plus sine squared x over 2, all divided by 2. And now what am I going to do? I got 1. That means I can do this. This 1 is the same as cosine x over 2 squared plus sine x over 2 squared. And so right now there's somebody that's going, wait a second, no, it's sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. It doesn't matter what's in here. This is a little dumb, but cosine cat squared plus sine cat squared equals 1. It's that abstract. As long as what's in here is the same, you can say that this is equal to 1. And I could make some interesting definitions for the cat angle. But it really is that straightforward. Okay. So anyway, I have this as my 1, then it's going to be minus cosine squared x over 2 plus sine squared x over 2. This is all divided by 2. The cosines cancel. I have 2 sine squared x over 2 divided by 2, so this is equal to sine squared x over 2. And remember, that was this. So, and I'm going to change this. We changed the x to x over 2 over plus x over 2 to use this formula, but this was this. Cosine x, that's a terrible looking s. So this is equal to sine x over 2 squared. Once again, we just want sine x over 2 to get rid of the square. So we're going to take the square root of both sides, and we do that. And because of the principle of square roots, this becomes plus and minus the square root of 1 minus cosine x over 2, and this is sine x over 2. This is pretty handy. This one shows up quite a bit. The real trick is it minus or plus here? Because the other one, cosine x over 2, is plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine x over 2. I always forget which one it is, plus or minus. And the way that I remember is when we do the cosine squared, it's going to be cosine squared minus sine squared. So this minus is going to turn to plus to make 2 copies of sine squared. But I didn't even understand what I just said, or I didn't articulate well what I just said. We're going to take a break and come back and derive this one so you can see this again. But these are very handy, and I'll show you in a second. We'll be back in a minute.